Hi, this is Heather with another installment of RRatedReviews. Holy shit, I look fucking bloated. I'm a little out of breath. I just broke out into a sweat putting my pants on. I just got back from Nashville, and this is going to be a travel review. In fact, it'll be just like quick back-to-back travel reviews, so I keep them separate. You have an interest, you watch it. If you don't have an interest, don't. But I don't know what I ate so that my pants don't fit. It was like the most ridiculous effort to try to get my pants on because I have to go pick up my car. Because I don't know what I ate in Nashville. The food was awful. And I think part of that was my fault and part of it might be culture. So I'm going to tell you, I went on the most, I can't even fucking breathe. Holy shit. I have a belt on not to hold them up to stop my ass crack from showing when I sit down. And this is not jizz. Apparently, I got paint on my shirt. I'm not supposed to paint in my fun t-shirts, but it's just a little paint. I went on the most epic girls trip with my daughter. And it was like 4 days. It was because when I had cashed in my pension to pay that stupid bitch with the lion arbitration, there was like a little bit left over. And I'm like, well, fuck it. I have no money. I'm going to use the last of this and I'm going to get a getaway trip. I'm going to go away. I was going by myself. I booked the whole thing. I got a really great deal at hotels.com. I got a good flight from Priceline. And then like 2 days later, I asked my daughter, you want to come to Nashville with me? She was like, yeah. And I was like, fuck. like we had such a great trip. I mean, I have nowhere. Like it was, I'm not going to get like, I cried just going through the photos last night because she likes me. And she didn't recently for a while. There was like a chunk of time that like, no. So for the fact that she wanted to go with me and that we had such a good time, I am like over the moon. So I read a lot of articles before I left and I was told that 3, maybe 4 days is the max that you would need to see all of Nashville. Anything longer than like 4 or 5 days, you may as well, book a day trip somewhere to like Memphis and see Graceland or something. But 3 to 4 days should be plenty to see all of Nashville. And that article was written by a guy that lived there for years, loved it, and no. I mean, I will say, we got to see a lot of stuff, but I loved Nashville so much that I was already looking at Priceline before I got through TSA to come home to see when I could go back and bring both my daughters and TJ. I'm like, we didn't see enough. 4 days was not enough for us, but just because I love music so much that I didn't get enough of the music, not by any means. I had to turn the heat down again because it's literally hot in here because I'm sweating because I can't put my pants on. Okay. So first, I'm going to tell you Hotels.com. I always use Hotels.com. Their app, for someone who is like completely tech stupid, it's easy to use, easy to book. The rewards are great. I'm a silver member. I stayed at a couple places because of COVID, like they carried over your points and stuff during the shutdown. So I don't travel that much, maybe once a year. And I've already gotten like 2 free hotel room nights. And one of them I just used in Nashville. And now I have like 5 more nights accumulated. And when I get 10 nights, I get another free night. And it's a great app. So they sent me a message in January saying that they had this like special promotion going on. That if you booked anything in the month of January, some of these hotels were like 60% off. It was ridiculous. I could go to the Dominican Republic for an all-inclusive resort that's normally like $1,000 to $1,200 a night. It was like $300. And my passport's expired and I wasn't leaving the country. So I scrolled through and all of a sudden Nashville popped up. I'd never been to Nashville. I'm like, you know what? Nashville sounds cool. I would really love to go see Nashville. I have no interest in Memphis. I don't care about Elvis. But my daughter and I stayed at, well, actually, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to do the airlines. And I'm going to do all that stuff. First of all, Delta, kudos. Because my flight was $167 round trip from Syracuse, New York to Nashville with 1 layover in Atlanta going down. And it was like an hour and 20-minute layover. By the time you landed, taxied, and got through the airport, you had like a half an hour before you got on the next plane. It was easy peasy. And Delta, even with, I use Priceline. Priceline has the best prices. I've scrolled and Googled all of them. I always use Priceline. And I got that basic economy. And I got all these warning messages because they told me they booked me 2 one-way flights which was the best price, and I had to adhere to each of the airline's individual baggage policies. And basic economy, you can't change the ticket, you can't pick your seat, you can't, you're not even allowed to breathe. Then you have to pay extra for like a seatbelt. Delta lets you still have a carry-on. So you get your personal item and you get carry-on. Fine. On the way home, we had American Airlines. You get nothing. Nothing. You're allowed a personal item. You can't even pay for a carry-on when you have basic economy. So, if you show up with a carry-on, they take it from you at the gate. They charge you a $35 checked bag fee, and then they charge you a $50 convenience charge for doing it at the gate. The only thing you can do is check a bag ahead of time for $35. So I was going to pack the two of us in one suitcase, figuring I'll just pay the one fee, and I could, I was taking snacks with me for my carry-on Delta going down, and by the time we came home, we would have eaten them, and it would have been fine. But I wound up just letting each of us have our own check bag, because she wanted to do vintage shopping, and I figured if she found some stuff, we would need room in the suitcase, and I'm always pushing the weight limit with my shoes. And I got to the airport, and I was at 49 pounds. I mean, I master the packing, 49 pounds. And so Delta Airlines was very friendly, very accommodating. You can't pick your seat, but we were seated together anyway. And then on the way home, we had American. They're still friendly, but you can't do anything. You don't get it. You can't do a carry-on. You can't even pay for a carry-on. You could only do a check bag if you have basic economy. You don't get to pick your seat. We were seated apart, but the gate agent was cool and was like, "Nah, I'll seat you together." And that worked out well. So, airlines, I don't know who started charging for this shit, but it's bullshit. Just give me a cheap fare and let me bring a bag. I mean, I tried to upgrade to first class just to surprise my daughter. Like, just let me see how much it costs. They were like, "I can't even give you a price on it because you have the basic economy ticket and you can't change it. Like, we can't even let you upgrade. That seat has to be flown as paid for." I was like, "Okay." So, Lyft and Uber, very expensive. By the way, those two apps are like the fucking stock market. You have to check them both each time because the rates fluctuate. 10 minutes later, I mean, if they know a flight's coming in, they jack them up. Rush hour's starting or there's a movie playing, they jack the rates up. It's like you got to get in like the stock market. You get in cheap, lock it in, and then when you get to where you're going, it's like go early. It's ridiculous. And so we used Lyft. In Nashville, Lyft seemed to be, I would say, $3 to $4, maybe $5, less per ride than Uber was. I think we used Uber twice in Nashville. But now I have all these extra charges on my Lyft receipts that I'm now fighting with them for because they charged me for priority pickup. This bitch does wait and save. I do wait and save or I do the standard ride. If I don't, I do the cheapest standard ride. And all of a sudden I have these two charges on there for an extra $4 and an extra $6 for these priority pickups. And one of them, I chose the 9-minute wait and save. And the douchebag showed up at my hotel in under 2 minutes. I wasn't ready. Like I knew I needed 5 to 7 minutes to get ready, 2 minutes to get down the elevator. I was doing my makeup in the fucking car, so I didn't pay a fee for having him outside waiting. I get the 9 minutes, I'll be there in 9 minutes. All of a sudden, it was like, "Your driver is near, be ready." I'm like, I look down, I'm like, my phone's vibrating. 2 minutes? And then all of a sudden, it was like, "Beep, beep, beep, your driver's here." I was pissed. And I told the guy, I'm like, "I was supposed to be out here 9 minutes. He goes, "Oh, well, I was really close. I sent you a message." I'm like, "I didn't get it. I have no message. 2 blocks from our drop-off." I'm like, "Oh, your message just popped up. Take your time." So I think that it switched to a priority pickup because he showed up so fast. And then another time we took the tour of celebrity homes, and we were going to the Cheekwood Botanical Gardens after that, and we needed a ride from the tour bus station to the Botanical Gardens, and I picked one that was quick, not priority, but I picked the fastest standard because we had a 2 o'clock ticket to get into the Botanical Gardens. We had 4 minutes, so this woman showed up, Christine, and under 1 minute when Christine was arriving, and half a minute later, I got a message that Lyft was looking for a new driver. I guess Christine decided she didn't want the ride. I'm not sure what happened. And some guy came, "Oh, faster pickup." I'm like, "It's not a faster pickup because we had to wait another 2 minutes for him to show up." And that one got hit with another priority pickup fee. So I'm trying to get my fees back on that. Look at your receipts and be aware because that's what Lyft is now doing. Uber's just expensive. The prices fluctuated one way back and forth. So if you're going to travel, make sure that you have both the Lyft and the Uber apps, and that you have memberships. You sign up with an account for each of them, because when you sign up, you get discounts. I hadn't used Lyft in so long that I had a $10, oh, we miss you, please come back to Lyft. It was like a $10 credit in my email that was only good for like 6 days. I got it in January. I was like, fuck that. I know I'm going to Nashville. I left it in my inbox. And even though it was like a month expired, I used the code. It took $10 off my $30 ride from the airport to the hotel, which was 18 minutes away. So I'll tell you right now, hotels.com is a phenomenal app. Very easy to use. You can hit favorites. They'll notify you if prices go down. And when you hit silver, they give you like secret prices where, the best price you can actually get for like another $10 off a night or $50. They give you really good specials. Their customer service is great too. So if you ever have an issue when you check in, hotels.com will answer the phone very quickly. Priceline, I like Priceline. I use them all the time. I've been using them consistently for like 5 years. So I guess I got a silver thing with them too. And Uber and Lyft. Lyft now rents cars. It was pricey. I would consider it next time. But I have a AAA membership, and I'm going to do AAA because we Ubered 3 to 4 times a day. Because we would go somewhere, and there would be too many hours, or the distance was different between one place and another, that we would have to keep Ubering all day. And then we'd go back to the hotel, take showers, get dressed for dinner. And then like an hour later, we needed another Uber. I spent $75 to $85 a day on Uber and Lyft. And that choked me. When I got home, I counted up the receipts. It was almost $400 for Uber and Lyft. So I will go over my hotel and everything else. Nashville is a great city. I cannot wait to go back to Nashville. Like, I am stoked. I want to go there and skip half the shit I did this time and just go listen to music. If you have any questions or comments on airfares, hotel apps, Uber and Lyft, feel free to leave a question or a comment. I wouldn't mind a like or a subscribe. And I've decided, who cares if I do tools or vacuums? I'm just going to review whatever the fuck. I'm not following any rules. If you want to watch it, you watch it. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. But I'm going to do like a rapid repeat of a whole bunch of reviews on everything we did in Nashville. Some of them are going to be epic, and some of them are not going to be very nice. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.